What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well on this day before Thanksgiving. Hopefully you have everything that you need to cook with so that you can hook it on up tomorrow. As for myself, I'm going very non-traditional. I bought me some steak. I will probably put that on the grill, some ribeyes, some vegetables, probably gonna grill that out, and going very non-traditional. Tradition for me on Thanksgiving is to go down to an organization that I belong to, and we feed these senior citizens every year. This will be the 40th year that we've done it. It's called Arabia Temple number 8. If you caught some of my older videos, you know that I am a Prince Hall Shriner, and that's one of the things that we do every year. Go out and used to bring them to our club and feed them, but since COVID, we go down to the club, we pack the food up in to-go containers, and we deliver them to several assisted living facilities throughout the city that I am located in. But enough of that. We are here today to review some trades that we took. Market is still going. We got about 10 minutes left in the market. So what I'm gonna do, jump on over to the trade performance for the day. Solid day today, y'all. Very solid day. Reviewing trades for November 22nd. We closed out the day today trading 3 different Apex accounts that I have. I have a 25,000, I have a 50,000, and I have a $100,000 account, which allows me to trade several different ways. The $25,000 account, I really should not be taking NQs in it. Every so often I get the wild hair and I will take one, but the $100,000 account is more suited for the size that I like to trade. So that's why I went with a $100,000 account. But let's look at what we did today. Going long, we see that we were 78%. We took 19 trades. 4 of those were red. On the short side, $1,000. Look like that's, I'm gonna say that, look like there gotta be only one red trade. Sure enough, took 15 trades. One of those was red, 93%. I think the market was more bullish. So this is a little interesting. Let's come over and look. 85% total. Took 34 trades, y'all. 34 trades, 29 greens, 5 reds. That's just getting in, getting what I need out of it, and then resetting for the next trade. Average winning trade, $73. Average losing trade, $49. Showing that that's a 1.5. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Max consecutive greens was 8. Max consecutive losses were 2. Largest winning trade, 170. Largest losing trade, 115. So a little different than yesterday. Yesterday we kept this fairly low, but that there is pretty good. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. But let's go ahead. Let's bring up the charts real quick. I am not going to go through every single account that I traded like I did last night with the recap. I'm going to just focus on the one that's pulled up. And this is going to be the $100,000 account. With this account, you have to make 15 and 4. You got to make $6,000 in this account to reach a payout. So yesterday I did right at $1,000. Today I did right at $1,000. So starting off pretty good in this account. First thing that I do want to do, I'm going to blow up. Let's see. Let's blow up to 5 minute. Nah, we'll blow up to 2 minute. See exactly what the day looked like starting at 12 o'clock. So that right there is 12 o'clock. If you caught my video yesterday, You know that I created an indicator that whenever my fast moving average is above the slow moving average, it will make the chart green. And it's just the opposite. When the fast is below the slow, it will make it this pink color. I'm sure on some people's screens, it might look a little white, might look a little tannish, but in the system, it says it's a light pink. So we're gonna stick with what NinjaTrader tells me that it is. But if you notice, when these were crossing over going green, the red line is the 100 SMA for the 2-minute chart. That's still, for me, I still consider that bearish whenever the price is below that. But notice when we got above it at 3 o'clock this morning, right when we did, chart went green. We got a nice move up to this dashed line right there, which is the hourly 50 moving average. This thing pulled back, which caused it to flip back red, which would be the pink. Don't want to use red on this chart because it'll kind of conflict with the red candle. So that's why I went with a pink. But pulled back. And then when that thing bounced off of the 100 right around 4 o'clock this morning, on and popping. Look at that move. This thing just ripped. Got a little bit of sideways action coming through here right around 8 o'clock. Got back green, and I kind of traded up through there. We'll look at those trades. Made a nice move up, pulled back. Market opened at 9:30, and this thing ripped. Went from 16,065 all the way up to 173. That was over 100 points in 10 minutes. That was a crazy move. I kind of traded this coming back down. I got on the wrong side because this looks like, nope, that's a long, and kind of tried to trade that off of previous day's high for a bounce. Got a little bounce, made a little bit of money off of it. Came back, took another long right here. Should not have been going long. This is pink. It's not good. But just want to let you see how the chart was transitioning from red to green based on the moving averages. On my 2-minute chart, my fast moving average is a 10 EMA. My slow moving average is a 20 EMA. And that's what I kind of use to determine if a particular time frame is bullish or bearish. We'll drag that back out. And that's what the chart is usually looking like when I'm trading it. You do see right here, we are bearish on the 2-minute chart. We got 4 minutes left till the market closes. I'm going to shrink that back down. Let's look at all of them real quick. And this is what I do to kind of determine which way I should be trading. So 15 minute is good. It's green. It's bullish. The hourly, still bullish. We see it bounce right where it should have. On the hourly, these moving averages are a 15 and a 30 respectively, fast and slow. So it bounced where it should have. Let's look at the 15 again. We do see that it's kind of curling. So we're losing steam, 5-minute chart is bearish. It got bearish on this big drop down at 230, came back up to the moving average. Can't get back above it. 2-minute chart, 2-minute is bearish. It's been bearish since what, 345, 344. And then we come up to the 500, and it's been bearish since around that same time. But let's go ahead. Let's come on back over here and look at these trades that we took. We took some trades right around. We took them after the market made this move. So look at this at 9:29. You get this little chop, and then this thing goes green, and it just off to the races. I wasn't home at this time. I had made a grocery store run. So I missed all of this move, which was beautiful. We get this little transition where it's switching back over, going down. And this is where I take my first trade. And I'm going to bring the 2 minute over. That's at 9:47. We'll bring the 2 minute back over and look at it at the same time. And actually, I guess we did take one a little sooner, 8:30. Let's look at that one real quick. This was not really let's look at it and see. So it did transition. I was getting in for the break of that level at 16,060. And let's come on over and find that on here so we can look and see. Yeah, so not really a clean pattern, just kind of playing this break. And this is not good because this could be a double top. We hadn't got a break over with a break and retest. So that really was not a good trade. I did get out green though. You see my entries right there. This kind of snapped and pulled back and I got out, making whatever that was in that trade right there. This came back down. I took another long for the bounce off of that red moving average. Let's see what that is. 60 SMA. So took a trade off of that to see if it would bounce. And that's the end of the session. So took that for the bounce. We see that it did. Nice bounce. I got out of one of them up at the top when it did not go back and break. And then I held on to one and pretty much rode that all the way back down to just about flat. So decent trade there. Just trying to play this for support. We see that it had left some nice bottom and tail, some nice wicks. So good entry. That one there was a good exit. Probably could have managed this one a little better. And I did make that comment in the Discord. But 9 o'clock, I ended up getting up, going to the grocery store, get some supplies that I needed. Went and bought some steaks and got back and I took this trade. This was not a good trade, y'all. It's not a good trade. This is going against what the chart is telling me. I went long right here. At that same time, the 2 minute chart was bullish. Let's see where we at on the 5. On the 5, it's bullish and about to tank out. But it still was not a reason to go long right there at all. This smaller time frame can give you an indication to what the bigger time frames are about to do. So what I need to do is if these are in bullish trends, just look for this time frame to hold and go bullish. Don't jump the gun and try to go against what this one is telling me. So it's telling me it's bearish. Wait for it to get bullish and then take a bullish trade. Don't try to cheat the system. But we see market flushes. I do take this trade. I do get out green, small green, because you see it came back up. I was smart enough to get out, not try to look for a big move. And market flushes down. Let's take a look right here. Now, this is the crazy thing, because on the tick chart, it flips and it's back bullish. But look at what it does down here on the 2 minute chart. It's bearish. And it's bearish because it had this big flush that flipped the moving average right here. So I'm going long as the 2 minute is bearish. I'm gonna drag this out, kind of blow up the 5 just so we can see where we're at on the 5. So on the 5, we're right below that big red candle. So we're still bullish, but the price is below all of the moving averages and it's catching support off of VWAP, which is that gold broken line. But I take a long right there. I do have this level, 16,060, that we saw earlier in the morning. That's going to give you smoke. And look at what it does. Give smoke the entire time that I'm in the trade. It makes a little tiny move. And I'm like, nope, let me get out of this trade. No sooner than I get out of it, snap. That's the market. The market will just play with your emotions. Had I not got out of this trade, let's see. That's 16,061. This thing snaps up to 75. That's 14 points. And you see 2 red arrows. That means that I was in 2 NQs. 15 points is $300 per NQ. That was $600 that this thing made in this move that quick. That quick. And then it rolled right back over and it got right back on cue with what the 2 minute was doing, being bearish. So we see it's bearish, bearish, bearish. Ah, look around, look around, look around. I go long right here. I go long. 2 minute is bearish. Tick chart is bearish. And at this time, 5 minutes is still bullish, but it has flushed out something wicked. And I go long right here, thinking that this is going to hold this 16,630 level. And I'm going to show something real quick. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm going to drag, I'll drag this chart out here in a minute just so you can kind of get another big picture view of it. But I'm going to show a post that I made in the Discord this morning. And if you notice, I made this post at 8:03 in the morning. I said market could be strong enough to break back in that channel. The channel I'm referring to, you'd have to look at the bottom right chart when we flip back over. It's going to be the 15-minute chart. Say trend line that's purple. I was saying that it could get back in that channel. The tick in the 2 minute trying to go bearish. That's what it was doing at that time. I'm looking for a move back down to 16,030. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, the play that I wanted was the market to go down to 16,030 and bounce and catch support. This is just a snapshot later on in the afternoon, actually showing that that's exactly what it did. Came, bounced, came back, bounced, and then it took off. So just wanted to show that real quick. We'll flip back over to the chart and back to where we were at. So this was the initial bounce right here. That's the initial bounce. Where does that with my phone? That's the initial bounce right there. So I'm kind of early. I go long. I average down because I'm putting my stop just below all of this junk. Average back down. This kind of makes a little move right here. And I get out right there. And if you notice, you see a magenta arrow on the left-hand side. As I'm getting out, I actually hit a button and I go long, or I'm sorry, I go short, and I don't want to be short. So I get right back out of that one, lose a little bit of money. But think about that. Had I not got out of that, this would have took me for a ride and I probably would have stopped out. So I'm long, I average down to my stop. This comes back up. It gets me out green because these here make up for this one that's up here. I get out green. When I get out of the trade, click it too many times, it gets me in short, and then I just get right back out to short. So that's what was going on right through there. We see market flips, it's bullish. Get this little intermediate pull back, boom, it's back bullish again. Man, these some good trades coming through there. Flips, goes bearish. And let's see, when it goes bearish, the 5 is still bullish. Let's bring this over. We'll take a look and see where we're at. The 2-minute is still bullish, but tick chart is bearish. Again, I don't really want to be taking these when other time frames are bullish. But here we flip back bullish. Kind of choppy coming through there. And coming on up through here. I showed this because let's do this. Let's bring this out. I just wanted you to see you're going to see that on all of the charts. And I did that. Let's go here. Did I take it off or no? It's so small on this one that you can barely see it. But that's right here. Yep, you can see it on the 5 right there. When these went bullish, the 5 was still bearish. But watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and I'm going to put a circle right where the 5-minute went bullish, and I'm going to delete that other one. So right there, and I'll delete this one. When the 5-minute finally flips and goes green, it's a pullback on the tick chart. It's a pullback on the 2-minute chart. That's a banger of an entry. And you're getting all 3 time frames in alignment because they're all bullish right there. And this is giving you a pullback. I wasn't at the desk when this happened. I went out in my shop and was working, and I came back and I noticed it. But this is the type of things I look for when I'm kind of reviewing my charts. That is perfect. That's so pretty. When this goes green and this goes green, you kind of getting in a little early because the 5-minute is still bullish or bearish. But when the 5 turns bullish and it flips, it's right when the tick chart and the 2-minute chart is pulling back to go higher. That was clean. That was clean. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap that up right there on that trade because that was something, like I said, that was a thing of beauty. And from that move, this went 65 up to 100. That was 35 points. 35 points. Clean move. So on that note, we're going to wrap this one up, trying to keep it under 20 minutes. We right at 23 minutes. So if you're still watching, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. As always, thanks. If you hadn't hit that like button already, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comment section. How did y'all do this week? One thing that I did notice, looking at charts this week or this morning, actually, is that the NQ is not that far off from yearly highs. So even though this market is taking roller coaster rides, we are still not that bad off. We're less than 200 points away from the yearly highs for the NQ. And I'm sure the ES, the SPY, is probably somewhere right around there as well. So let's see what this market does in the last month and a half. Are we going to get back up to the yearly highs before the year closes? No one knows. We'll see. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again next week. Tomorrow's a holiday. Friday is a short day. Don't know if I'll actually take any trades because probably most of the market will be on vacation. So peace.